What's up, everybody? Welcome to the ChimiComicsCast, episode 11. In today's episode, we're going to be focusing on the 100 subscriber as well as anniversary special of ChimiComics.
We made it.
We did it! But, as you know, every ChimiComicsCast starts with one main topic, and that topic is... drumroll.
Us.
What?
The channel.
Well, no. We're doing what have we read first?
You said the main topic.
Well, I know, but you know, one.
Well, yeah, we always
to
start with what we read.
Gosh, Tanner.
Exactly.
We're on the same page, I promise.
Tanner.
I promise my talk track will get better as the show goes on.
Okay. We've been doing this.
11 episodes, you know, you
Why?
forget.
What have you been into this
What
month?
have I been into? Yeah, good
'Cause
thing
you
you
didn't
said
read.
that. Didn't read, but I
didn't read shit
but I have
either.
played, and there is a movie I'd like to talk about. Haven't seen it. It ain't out yet, but the trailers and reviews have me hyped for it.
Talk about Mr. Rogers.
No,
great
me and
movie.
Tanner went and saw Mr. Rogers.
It was
and
great. It was awesome.
Anyway, yeah, Riley wasn't
It
there.
was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It was good,
I
yeah.
love Mr. Rogers.
Do you not like Mr. Rogers?
No, I just wouldn't attribute the word awesome to it.
Dude, it's Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not,
You don't think
it's
Tom
not
Hanks
like
is
it's an
awesome?
action movie or something, but man, it was
Dude,
awesome.
Mr. Rogers
It was,
totally
man.
snapped that dude's neck.
Yeah.
Dude, if Mr. Rogers
It
snapped
did a
someone's neck in the movie,
It did a
I would cheer.
flashback to when he was a Navy SEAL.
Right?
I'm just kidding.
He was
Mr.
just
Rogers was never a
popping
Navy
caps.
SEAL. Okay, what I've been doing.
Welcome to the neighborhood, bitch. Sorry.
What I've been playing has been an RPG that is the spiritual successor to my favorite video game ever, Fallout New Vegas. I played The Outer Worlds by Obsidian. And the amount of choice that is in this game... Why do you laugh at that?
It's intoxicating,
I wouldn't
the
say
amount
that.
of choice.
It's just really good. You have all these skills.
How long did it take you to beat this game, Wyatt? I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, that's a good question. My first playthrough was around 22 hours
Okay.
to get it the best ending, and I kind of...
Pretty solid.
I played it very fast, and I didn't do.
Okay, so you didn't do the
quests.
side quests and
I
stuff.
did-
Okay.
I did
That's
a
what I was
lot
gonna
of-
ask.
I
I was
did
gonna
a
ask,
lot
is
of
that
side
straight
quests.
story or?
No, not straight story. I did pretty
Ah.
much. I did every companion quest, and I did every faction quest except one.
So really, give or take, what, 10 hours to beat the actual main
Yeah.
story? Okay. That's
you
still
can
pretty good.
you can beat the actual main story if you speed run it. It only takes 12 minutes.
Holy
Because I
fuck.
mean, the amount of choice this is
the choice would be to kill yourself.
no, that's not it. The
Game over.
So you start off, you immediately just create your character. You're a colonist frozen on this colony ship that got trapped in between star systems, pretty much. Like its FTL turned off, and it was trapped. It came in 70 years too late, and people who are in hibernation for that long, they die if they're awakened. It's called explosive cell death, but actually it's more of a liquefaction.
So
And-
your Thanksgiving's Colonist Day.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a Thanksgiving game, rather.
Yeah, and you pick your stats, and the character creation is very good, very detailed into what you
So
want
you can make it look like me?
You could, yeah. If you
All right, everybody. I want to see your best Tanner Kirby's in Outer Worlds.
Okay,
Just an army
make all
of
of us.
Just an
make all
army
of us.
of them.
But you create your stats. Well, you pick your stats. You create how your character looks like, and the whole time you're doing this, there's a scientist dude who's like awakening you from the hope. So like he's going through all the colonists there and picking you to go and basically save Halcyon, which is the star system you're in, which is a colony that's entirely run by corporations, and it just has this satire and wit to it about corporations, like the slogans and whatnot, like Spacer's Choice. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's Choice. You've tried the best, now here's the rest. Spacer's Choice. Stuff like that I found funny. I found it a pretty good satire going through.
I'm Bernie Sanders and I hate these corporations.
Pretty much, yeah. They run everything, and you don't have to follow the scientist who wakes you up and sends you on this quest. Like you can go straight to the corporations and turn him in, like immediately if you want, and then become like the soldier of the corporations and ensure their will if you want. I didn't do that. I was a rebel. I was an outlaw. You get your own ship, the Unreliable. You can hire 6 different crewmates that all have pretty well written side quests to them and are very good companions. They're useful in combat. And the only gripes I have with this game really was the world spaces. There's 2 world spaces on one planet, and then there's one huge world space on the other. But once I went through it,
So how many planets are there?
that you can land on, there's 3 planets you can land on. You've got Terra 2, which has the first place you...
Let me guess, a snow planet?
No.
A Mars planet?
No. Well, kind of.
Neptune.
No. One's like...
Uranus.
No, shut up, Tanner. One doesn't even have an atmosphere. It's basically a giant asteroid, pretty much. And
A rock.
the place you land on has...
That was hard to develop.
It has canopy over it to keep in atmosphere. And the other planet is called Monarch, and it has this sulfuric atmosphere, and these... It's got a whole bunch of dangerous wildlife.
Stinky.
Yeah, it stinks. There's a...
You can smell it in the game.
No,
cool, right?
they comment
He
on
said,
that.
yeah, it stinks like he was there.
Right?
The NPCs comment on it as you're on this
Oh,
planet,
that's funny.
and
It's like the
at a
gas
colony called Stellar Bay, they have a tuna canning factory, and they're like, this is the only place on the planet where that doesn't smell like sulfur. It smells like tuna instead.
Wyatt would like it. 'Cause he likes
This
tuna.
sounds like a
I do
Wyatt
like
game if I ever
That's
heard a
what I
Wyatt
said.
game.
Yeah, it's a me game.
You got a Switch?
No,
I was going to say, you're going to get that downgraded version?
no,
Oh,
because I have an Xbox that's doesn't need downgraded versions.
that's true.
Yeah.
It's true. But you liked it. What'd you rank it out of 10, Wyatt?
I'd give it a, for the dialogue, the choice. It's a perfect RPG. Like, you
So
can
this
be whatever
isn't
you
the
want.
this isn't the first RPG you've played this year,
No,
obviously.
but
You also played
Greedfall
what? Greedfall.
was-
Compared to Greedfall,
Okay,
Which
these
is
are
better?
these are 2 different
That's
types
RPG,
of
man.
RPGs. No, they're very different. Outer Worlds is first person only. 3D.
yeah, but which is better? What first popped in your head when I said that?
Outer Worlds.
Damn right it was.
But I mean, they're both different. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
it's hard to compare them.
Right.
Because Greedfall it was
Why do you
longer.
care so much?
Yeah, I know.
Because I want to know. Like if I was a person, I wanted to play either of these games, but I only had 60
No,
bucks.
but your response was damn right it was.
I liked Outer Worlds. It
Oh,
looked
so you
cooler.
played it.
No, it just looked cooler. And I like Obsidian.
I
They
like
made-
it because it cool.
Yeah.
They made KOTOR 2.
Okay.
It was smooth, but another gripe, the world spaces weren't too... They were limited a bit, and after I went through them, I was kind of... Didn't want to go through them again and replay. But another thing, there's only 4 real enemy types. Well, 5. There's like 3 types of creatures, and then marauders and corporate troops that you fight. Those are the enemy types, and it kind of... Combat can get a little bit boring. And the leveling system, like, there's no perks that you can unlock that give you, like, a new ability or something. And basically, your damage is dealt by weapons. Your perks just kind of fortify you and, like, worry about carry weight and your skills. Like, they'll increase your skills a lot. And companions increase your skills, which I do like that. But I would give it a 9, an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10. Because the dialogue trees was just fantastic. Like, Bethesda has nothing on it. They can't write dialogue for shit.
They're owned by Microsoft, right?
Obsidian, yes. Obsidian was bought
So
by
the
Microsoft.
next one will be exclusive, more than likely.
Possibly. If they
Good
double
job.
down on exclusives,
Good job.
because exclusives kind of going away.
They
So
they
what's
need
wrong
it.
with the game?
What's wrong with the game? I did have some frame rate issues on Xbox in...
You have OG Xbox, right?
yeah, I have
Yeah.
Xbox One. I had frame rate issues, and though, like I
See,
said,
I'm wondering how it would play on the X, though.
it probably plays pretty well on the
Yeah.
X. I watched a playthrough of a dude on the Xbox One X, and it didn't have any...
Because I got, what was it? Forza Horizon 4 are they on
Yeah.
now? And that's a great game, but, like, it's
You-
not made for our system.
You had frame rate issues?
Yeah, it was really bad.
Ooh.
Like, the music was skipping, and, like,
We played
it
the
was-
beta.
the car was
we,
going like this.
we played the beta here and didn't have those issues.
No, this is the actual game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it didn't happen for a long time, but here
They
recently
they
probably
updated
put
it.
an update in, and I can't even play it.
Well, poop.
That's
Yeah.
a new...
So
Oof.
that's an issue I've noticed.
And some Xboxes. Nah, you have the same on the PS4.
Yeah.
Like when I was playing Days Gone. Days Gone has some stuttering issues, but I'm pretty sure those aren't issues on X. I mean, not X, but
See,
Pro.
that's why I'm like wary to get the next system when it comes out, because
Well, next
I'm like
system,
eventually
next system is
going to
be
work,
really powerful though. Like it's going to be hard for it to like.
But then they're gonna make a more powerful one with games.
yeah, but that's
that
been
won't
happening
play
forever.
on the other
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to buy.
You're still think of it this way: how long have you had your Xbox One?
2013.
Forever.
Yeah, that's
2013.
a
yeah.
long time.
2014,
You've
something like
gotten
that.
how many
Oh,
years
yeah.
of gaming have you gotten out of it?
Well, it's 2019
So I
now,
mean,
so.
are you going to wait until the X
No,
come out?
no. I meant like I might wait a year or two.
Okay.
That's what I meant. I don't mean like.
I don't think you should because
Like
Halo.
5
You
years.
want to play Halo Infinite,
Well, that's
don't you?
true. I don't know. But like, I'm probably gonna do like you and not get it on day one and just wait.
Well, I mean, I got it Christmas.
But
Which
yours
is
is
the
not
same.
the day one edition,
Yeah.
and I think yours doesn't have the same disc reading issues as mine does.
It does sometimes,
but not to the same
not
extent
to the same
mine
extent.
does. So
That's an oof on your part. You were so.
I have a
you were
launch
so
day
happy.
PS4.
yeah,
Yeah, you said you had same type.
they
of
make
problem.
DVD
yeah.
players, so
Well, no,
You
my
wouldn't have
my
an issue
issue
there.
was with the ejector button. Sometimes gets stuck,
Really?
so I have to elevate it now.
really.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
sometimes
like there's an invisible person
And
kicking it.
that's-
it
Riley's
ejects the
Xbox
Well, I just had to
sucks.
lift it up and
Disc-
put it under disc.
discs have gotten stuck in your Xbox before.
Halfway through, yeah.
Yeah, not just halfway
And
through,
all the way through,
all the
yeah.
way through. And I
Yeah.
was like, I need to get my game out, and I got another disc and stuck it in there, and I jumbled it
That's
around,
how,
and it
that's
came
how I
out.
got it out.
That's
Yeah.
scary, man.
I've had to do that several times.
Oh, that's terrifying.
That's why Riley should only buy games digitally.
Yeah, you got to
I do now.
That. You
Yeah.
got
I
to.
do now
You
because
have
of that
to.
reason.
And you've got NASA internet.
See, I like collecting like the limited
Cases,
edition cases
yeah.
and stuff, but like I've stopped doing that.
My
Yeah.
Xbox 360 was the Halo Reach limited edition, and it makes Halo noises.
What's the last physical game I got? I think Spider-Man.
Oh, what's the
Yeah,
last physical
And
game?
Red Dead
I
2.
got Spider.
The last
that.
physical games I got were Red Dead 2 and Battlefield 5.
Solid.
No, that's right.
But look, like it.
Oh, well, I guess Modern Warfare was on disc, so that would be the
Mine
last
wasn't.
one.
Mine was digital.
Oh
Mine's
really?
on disc, yeah.
Oh.
Because I got the Amazon promo thing.
Yeah,
well,
he did.
It sucks for me because like I'm a collector at heart, so I like to have those like actually
Right.
there.
Right.
I can just pull it out and put it in.
That's
you
my
know?
biggest worry, too, is like if I
Yeah.
tried to pull back my games 10 years from now and then like PlayStation stores shut down, I'm not going to have anything.
Exactly.
I'm legit not going to have anything.
That's why I won't go completely digital on
Yeah.
movies
yeah.
because of that reason. Like
Yeah.
they're already talking about shutting down the Voodoo side.
But then again, when's the last time I ever was like, oh, might as well whip out my PS2 and play a little,
oh yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I don't know if it'll
My
really
brother
have to
does
be-
that all the time.
Oh, I know he
so-
does.
It's been a
but
while since I've played a 360 game.
I haven't played PS2
the
in
last
a
the
long
last
time.
360 game I played was my favorite in the Assassin's Creed series, which was Assassin's Creed Rogue, which was an exclusive to older platforms.
Oh yeah.
They're,
and it was
they're
really
coming out
good.
with that on Switch.
I have the
They're bringing
Ezio
Assassin's Creed
collection.
Rogue on Switch.
Mhm.
You should get it.
And
it's good.
it comes with Black Flag, too.
Dude, both of those are the best ones they've ever made.
Yeah, I like Black Flag. I had that on my launch of PS4. I played Black Flag.
I played Black Flag so much when I first got my Xbox. That was like the second
on
game I
topic.
bought.
Yeah, I was like, we just got into a whole
Yeah.
big. Welcome to the Comics Cast, where
Yeah.
we talk about video games.
That's what this show is about.
Yeah.
It's really
Tangents.
about us. Let's be honest.
It's all about tangents.
It's
Yeah.
all about us.
All right, I guess next thing I wanted to talk about was this movie I'm hyped for called 1917, because
Looks
viewers, you may not have realized it, but I am a huge history buff. These two know it. And it's a World War I movie, and it's about two British soldiers who are on a mission to deliver a message to a battalion across the front. They have to go behind enemy lines and get them that message, because the attack they're going to go on is basically an ambush, and they're going to get wiped out. And one of the messengers has a brother in that battalion. And the big selling point of this movie for me isn't really the story, even though the story sounds good. It's the cinematography. The trailers have shown...
This was actually a very cheaply made movie.
Yeah, it was $100 million budget.
It's one take.
Yeah,
That's-
it's
you know,
it's
that's
been
really
shot.
fucking good.
It's not one take. It's shot to look like it's one take.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. You told me it's one take.
You gonna go see it?
I am definitely gonna go see it. It releases December 25th in select theaters in the U.S. and it
Man,
releases
that's Star Wars weekend. It's gonna get killed.
It's only limited release. It's releasing in limited theaters. January 10th it releases worldwide.
They
and
invited
in
me
every
to go see Knives Out last weekend for early previews.
Is it only one day they're doing the early thing?
Probably January 25th, Christmas Day.
December 25th.
Yeah. Christmas Day in January. Christmas was actually in
Who's gonna go there on Christmas Day?
People do it. People go to the movies.
People don't do a lot on Christmas Day. I mean, it's like you do the gifts in the morning and then
Let's
you
go
have
to
a dinner or
movies.
something. Other than that,
It sucks for the movie
running
theater
around all over the
employees.
place to different families' places.
You want to go see it in the theater in Charlotte? It's probably playing at.
I'll let you know if they send me a
IMAX.
previews thing for it.
Okay,
At
thank you.
AMC. They sent me one for Knives Out this week, but I didn't go.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson.
Yeah.
Screw him.
I heard it was good.
Of course you have.
I heard it was good.
Screw Ryan Johnson and everything.
And it has like.
But no, that looks really good. The movie looks really good.
There was a shot in the trailer that I think it's going to be really, really good. It's nighttime on the Western Front, and they're moving through these bombed out ruins, and they're illuminated by artillery flare rounds, like casting out, and the shadow work looks great. There's also another cool shot where they're moving across no man's land, which is the space between trenches, and they're in a shell crater that's massive and filled with water, and they're walking on one side and the camera is on the other side at the water level, and it just looks beautiful. Like Tanner's
I couldn't remember the year.
1917 movie.
I wanted to look at the director. I thought it was Robert Rodriguez.
I didn't.
It's Sam Mendes
who directed Skyfall.
Was Robert Rodriguez involved in this in any way?
I don't think so.
Am I making up stuff?
I love how Tanner said, "I don't remember the year," and I'm like, "The name of the movie is 1917."
Goodness. Is Ford versus Ferrari out now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I need to go see that.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Okay.
You wanna go Friday?
No.
Why not?
We'll be here Friday.
We will. I thought we did. Oh wait, you're right. You wanna go after?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was completely wrong. I don't know.
No, I can't go after either.
Oh,
I'm
darn.
busy that whole day.
Darn you, Riley. Darn you, Riley.
Maybe Saturday.
Okay, but moving on. I did not read anything.
Good job, boys. I didn't do much
I
better.
watched the first episode of Watchmen.
Oh, yeah? Was it good? Did you like it? Did you like it? I've heard people like it.
I have too. That's my problem. I don't understand.
What is your knowledge of Watchmen? Have you just seen the movie?
Yes.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with either of them.
Right.
This is set, I think, 30, 40 years after that.
Yeah.
It's like little squids falling from the sky. And
That's cool.
kind
That's
of,
so funny.
kind
Little
of.
squids. That sounds like massive.
They're all new heroes and stuff, and the Rorschachs are apparently racist.
Okay. The Rorschach cult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're racist.
Well, he was kind of racist.
Oh, I didn't know that.
See?
They hang a guy from a tree. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're into Watchmen, I think it probably is good. It does have who's the evil guy in Watchmen?
Ozymandias?
It has Ozymandias, and he's old,
Oh, okay.
and he's played by Jeremy Irons.
Oh,
which I
Jeremy
approve of.
Irons. I can do his
Whoa,
voice. I can do
okay.
his Scar voice.
Yeah, it was
really
funny
good.
because like as soon as I saw him, like I don't know who anybody is in this. Like I had no idea who any of the characters are. Couldn't tell you any of their names. But as soon as I saw Jeremy Irons, I said, "I bet your ass that's Ozymandias." Sure enough, it was.
Okay.
But that's how I felt after the
just
first
seen
episode.
one?
Just saw the first episode. I was like, It ends in a good way. It kind of gets you excited for the
Is
series.
that on? What is that on?
It's on HBO.
HBO, yeah.
But I was just like, I don't know. Maybe once it's done and wrapped up, and everybody keeps speaking so highly of it.
There's also
Kyle has
something.
HBO.
There's
Does
something.
he?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's something else I probably wanted to talk about. I forgot it. The Halo TV show. The
Oh, yeah, I've heard that's trash.
yeah.
Yeah.
You reminded me with that. Do you mind if I say something?
They're not, like, following anything.
Give us a sentence.
Okay.
a sentence.
The Halo TV show is trash, and here's why.
Colon.
Cool.
Still one sentence.
Because they have completely irrevocably fucked the lore out and in and out and in several times, because the Covenant, who are genocidal
Except
religious.
twice, the sentence has to end.
Just keep going.
Okay, the Covenant in Halo,
I'll stop you.
as Riley knows, are genocidal religious fanatics, and in this show, they have taken in a little girl, a little human girl, and raised her to hate humanity for some reason, when everything we know about the Covenant says they would have slaughtered her.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
They literally hate the presence of a
Yes.
human.
In the books, they
no
talk
matter
about
Maybe
a...
this one's cute.
No.
No, it's
Oh.
a baby. And then
Maybe
they
it's
raise her. But
Human babies are literally like one of the ugliest
Yeah.
babies. Like when you look at kittens and puppies and stuff. Like,
Yeah, they're like...
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I hate babies, but
Hates babies.
Probably hates babies.
yeah.
Okay. Also, there's
Quote
some...
me.
There's also some casting issues. They are...
I hate babies.
Yeah.
End quote.
It quotes. There's
Quotes
also
from the
some...
ChimiComics cast.
Yeah, quotes from the ChimiComicsCast.
Jeez.
There's also some casting issues where they're changing the ethnicity of already established characters, which I don't like. You can add characters as long as they're well written to add diversity, and that's fine. But changing the ethnicity of a character as iconic as Captain Keyes, and then changing...
They do that all the time
I
with
know,
stuff, though.
I know, I hate it.
With anything.
I don't like it, though.
Michael G.
And a lot of
B.
other
Jordan's
people
gonna
don't.
be Superman.
And
Said Michael B. Jordan's gonna be Superman.
Crazy.
they also changed his daughter, Miranda Keyes.
He was the Human Torch.
He's gonna be Superman.
that worked.
He was already in talks for at one point.
Right. There, Commander Keyes from the games. She isn't a commander anymore. She's a doctor now for whatever reason.
That's trash.
They're changing everything
That's
like that.
bad.
And I would be just as mad if they made Sergeant Johnson white
What if it was
or
compelling?
Lieutenant
TV?
Hickola black. It's just the lore doesn't make sense, and I don't like them changing around the ethnicities of already
I
established
want
characters.
that movie that we got
Yes.
that cool trailer for. Like that was sick.
Who made that? Was it Neil Blomkamp? I believe he.
Do y'all remember that badass
Oh, that
Power
guy?
Rangers movie?
Might have been. It looked cool.
I think
You
Neil
remember the
Blomkamp
Power
made
Rangers
it.
fan
He
film
made
they came
District
out
9.
with a long time ago? It was good. I can't remember it. And there was
I
also
watched
that
some
Mall
videos-
Fall fan film. That was good.
I watched some videos of the White Ranger fighting Scorpion.
Yes, it was okay.
Maybe that was it.
Neil
that was cool.
Blomkamp.
That was actually really good.
It was
Neil-
doing some
Neil
he
Blomkamp,
was
yeah.
doing tests for a Halo-inspired movie.
He has that trilogy, District 9,
Yes.
Chappie.
I know Neil Blomkamp is.
The District 9 was really good, but I think
cool movies.
Yeah.
they were all cool movies. I would have loved to see a Halo movie by him though, because those camera tests he made were awesome. Remember when the Marine pulls a spike grenade out of the wall, throws it, and hits a
Have you
banshee?
seen this video?
No.
It's,
You know
it's
what?
really
I
good.
wouldn't
gonna
know what's
show
going
him that
on.
after
It's
the
Halo.
cast.
You don't have to like
No,
Halo to
no,
appreciate
it's-
how good this is.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's not even like a real thing.
Mhm. It was just camera tests
Yeah.
to see if a Halo movie would
It
work,
was
and it definitely did.
It was sick.
It was awesome.
Maybe-
After the cast, we're watching this down
Maybe
here.
one day I'll get your wish.
Probably not.
Probably not
Hey,
after this Halo
Hey
TV
man,
show.
take it from the guy who just had Mark Wahlberg cast as Sully in Uncharted.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
It's
for a
only
minute.
it's
Yeah.
only
Come on,
downhill
come on,
from
Tanner,
here.
come
Right?
on. This is the
Only
tangent
downhill,
cast.
right?
This
That
is the
looks
tangent
awful.
cast.
Only downhill from there.
Oh gosh.
All right, Riley, go ahead. You got the pile here.
Okay.
Tell us what you've been reading, buddy.
I guess I'll start with the manga. So I've been reading My Hero Academia Vigilantes. It's a spin-off of the show. The three main characters, you've got Koichi, which is the main guy that we follow. Pop Step, which is the girl, she's like a teenager, and what's his name? Knuckle Duster, he's like a middle-aged man.
It's Batman.
Pretty much, he's Batman.
I remember that.
But there's this girl who's a little bit older than Pop Step. She's been going around like injecting random people with this drug that makes their powers like amp up.
As you do.
Yeah. And they lose control and they just start trashing the city and stuff.
So it's the Bane Venom.
Pretty much.
Nice.
And like that's been impacting the city a lot. Like they've been destroying main buildings and stuff. But it turns out that girl is actually Knuckle Duster's daughter. Yeah. And I think she has like these bees that are inhabiting her body somehow.
Not the bees!
And she has this eye patch on, and they come out of her eye sometimes. It's really weird. But apparently it's like a hive mind that's possessed her.
Sure.
And I'm pretty sure she lost her eye, so that's not good. Anyway, he fights her, and like he hits her with this shock knuckle. It stops her heart, and then he pulls out a defibrillator and shocks her right back after the bees left. So he saves her.
Why didn't he just? Could he just not turn down the knuckle?
No,
he can't.
no, he had to stop her heart.
Okay.
For it to work.
That was faking her death.
Yeah. Well, no, like a real death.
Oh yeah, killing her then restarted.
So the bee would leave. Like it has to have a host and stuff. But then it's a really cool like family story because they go to the hospital to visit her mom, his wife, and she's like terminally ill and stuff like that. So that's a really touching story. And then in volume 5 we get a character named Fat Gum. He's in the show.
Fat Gum.
Yeah, he can blow up his body like to big sizes and stuff. It's pretty
Isn't
funny.
that? Hold on the cover. Isn't that a character? He's one of the teachers.
He's
in the show.
Eraserhead.
Eraserhead.
Yeah,
He's a teacher
He can, like,
in
erase
the,
other people's powers.
Yeah, he's in MHA, the anime.
It's okay. You can show him Midnight. I know you wanted to.
I've already seen Midnight. I already know Midnight quite well.
Of course you do.
Her and Mount Lady though.
But this
Jesus.
is what Fat Gum looks like when he's not fat. I thought it was funny. He's like super ripped, and he's like trying to eat a lot to get fat again because that's his power.
Oh, that's just like
It's like the Akamichis in Naruto.
I was gonna say Ultimate Muscle, King
Yeah.
Muscle.
Well, yeah, there's a ninja clan
King
in
Muscle
Naruto where
has
they
the power.
burn calories for their attacks, so they always eat and they're fat.
In this volume,
tell them that.
there's like a festival type thing going on, and Popstep is helping to like host it and stuff. Not a lot happened in this, but it was like, I don't know, it's pretty funny in some parts. I don't really have a lot to say about this one though. We get more of that little girl. She wakes up in the hospital. Yeah, this is the part where he goes to visit her after
Cute.
she wakes up. And he says, "I'm here like All Might."
Yeah,
You'll see that a lot in this manga.
a lot of references to All Might. Is All Might
Yeah.
shown at all?
No.
Is he not even?
Well,
Is he even around?
He is in passing sometimes when they're talking
Because
about all the
he's
heroes.
in his prime and he's like full
Yeah,
on.
yeah. But like he doesn't like show up and like actually make appearances. You know, they'll just like talk about him, and sometimes you'll like see him in the background
Yeah.
somewhere. Or
I
something.
wish All Might was my dad.
All Might's cool.
Deku wants to know your location.
And I also I haven't finished it yet, but I've been reading Absolute Swamp Thing by Alan Moore, Volume 1. And this book is beautiful. I don't want to like go into what all's
Oh
happened.
my god, that smell.
I know it's strong.
I mean, I love the smell. Like, I really do love this. I like stuff that smells like that.
But it's strong.
It's strong.
It's really strong.
But it smells good to me.
That's some good art colors
Oh, here,
too.
look at it.
Yeah.
So the thing about this book and why some
God,
people
it does have that
it's
moss
felt,
feel.
yeah.
That's
It
cool.
smells like a swamp and it feels like a swamp.
I love this book. It's like one of the coolest books I own.
That's like cocaine.
The big controversy about this book was that
Binding.
all of this that you see is recolored. So that's not how it originally came out.
I like it though.
This version is more like earthy tones and like real colors, and the original comic was like more bright, like mainly because I think they didn't have access to all the different colors. They just had like a limited palette to use back in the day, because it came out in the early '80s.
I like an
And
updated color like that.
I've looked at comparison photos of the old original comics, and I think this is like loads better. It does wonders for the story, the presentation of it.
It has the covers in there.
Yeah, it does. Does
I
have
like that
covers.
because when we've read
Yeah, the old
the
DC
Crisis,
trades and stuff. Yeah, they don't have covers.
when we've read the Crisis, some of the newer ones too, they didn't have covers,
Yeah.
and I was like really confused. I'm like, how many issues have I read
Yeah.
today?
I think the trade department has really improved on that. Because I know Marvel's always put them in the covers. Basically, Alan Moore didn't start Swamp Thing. He started on issue 20, so there's like 19 issues by Lynn Wein and Bernie Wrightson. They created the character. And in that origin, Alec Holland, he's like a botanist, scientist dude in Louisiana. He gets in this like conflict with the wrong people, and they blow up his house, and he dies. And his body ends up in the swamp nearby, and he comes out, like all the plants and stuff go around his body, and he comes out as the Swamp Thing. So like in those 19 issues, you have Alec Holland as the Swamp Thing, but Alan Moore takes it and turns it on its head, so it's not actually Alec Holland. What happened was Alec Holland died, but his consciousness was absorbed by the plant life around it. So it's not like actually Alec Holland, but it thinks it is.
Mm.
And it made this constructed body. So he has inside of his body like lungs and a heart, and he breathes and sleeps. But he doesn't have to. They're not real organs, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you cut him open and looked, it would just be like lettuce lungs and stuff.
That's cool.
Lettuce lungs.
Lettuce.
I love lettuce.
I breathe salad.
Let me get some ranch.
So, so like he finds that out. It's revealed to him by the Floronic Man. He's like a flower dude.
Florida man.
It's funny. And
Florida Man.
he has this spray on skin in a can to conceal
To
himself,
look
to make
human.
him look like a person. Yeah.
Floronic Man does, or
Floronic
okay,
Man.
I was
Florida
gonna say
Man?
Swamp Thing
Not
has a
Swamp
lot
Thing.
of vines and shit on
Yeah,
him.
I
That'd be
know.
kind of weird.
It's like, I'm just a normal human. Hello, everyone. Normal human here.
That guy has a lot of tumors.
What was I saying?
I don't know. What were you saying?
What
About the
was I
dude
saying?
with the spray on
You said
skin.
Oh yeah,
Fluorescent
Florin
it's
Man.
revealed to him that,
Fluorescent.
Florida man.
that he's not Alec Holland. So he
Yeah.
goes like through this whole
Midlife crisis.
crisis of like, am I Alec Holland? Like, am I a person?
No.
Yeah, he decides on no. So
He kills himself?
No, basically,
Okay.
he
I can see it coming a mile away.
he leaves his body and becomes one with the green.
So
you
he
know he's in
becomes
touch
seed?
with the green, which
So
is
he
like
becomes
all of
grass.
plant life. Yeah, he does. He becomes the whole Earth's plant.
Does he
life.
lay down like SpongeBob and go, photosynthesis? Photosynthesis.
Sure.
Okay.
No, he lays down and is still because he doesn't use his body anymore.
But he can just be like
That's lame.
photosynthesis.
It was actually pretty cool. Like the art was real trippy. What do you call it? Psychedelic.
Psychedelic.
He was
man.
like going
You
into
gotta
the
be on
green.
something to write stuff like
Dude.
this, right?
Yeah, right.
Dude, pass the
It's Alan
weed,
Moore,
man.
so it makes sense.
Did-
But like he's in the green, he's happy. You know, like I don't have humanity. I'm just a plant. You know.
I'm just a plant.
But then this girl Abigail,
She picks his flower.
she like stop it.
I didn't mean it
So
like that when
she's
I
in-
said it. Then you
She's-
giggled and I
She's
was
in
like,
trouble,
oh, yeah.
and he like is wrestling with his own humanity. Like at one point, he's holding Alec Holland's skeleton in his hands.
Does he grab the skull and go to be or not to be?
Pretty much. I think at one point he's just holding the skull and the spine.
Okay.
But eventually he decides to come back, and he's okay with the fact that he's not Alec Holland, but he still wants to be there for Abby.
Okay.
So I don't want to go into like all that's happened.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Like that's the basis of what's happened.
That's cool.
It's really good. Like it makes me want to keep reading.
Now-
more.
You watched the Swamp Thing TV show, correct?
Yes.
is that based? Did they take liberties with this?
It pulls a
or?
lot from this.
Okay.
That whole concept of him not being Alec Holland and being...
Is addressed in the show?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, he actually cuts him open and you see the plant lungs and everything.
Nice.
And I think the Floronic Man is in it. They add some characters that aren't in this. That's fine. Overall, like, I'm glad I watched the show because I
Didn't
saw
know anything about Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I saw some things
Me with Doom
in
Patrol.
that show that are in here. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
I think if you want to read this, definitely watch the show because it's like a good introduction to the book. So, I mean, that's how it was for me.
Attaboy.
So, I really like this. I'm almost done. I'm at my end.
Alrighty then.
But yeah, I definitely support the recoloring.
Okay, that's some controversy on the ChimiComicsCast. Flame us in the comments and get this trending.
Flame me.
Get this trending.
Yeah.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
Alright. I also read those books that I got on the DCBS haul. So I don't actually remember exactly what happened to that, so I'll talk about it last. I had Batman Superman. I had issue 3, but I already had issues 1 and 2, so I just read all those together. Pretty fun overall. It's got the Batman Who Laughs in it, and Batman and Superman are trying to figure out who's been infected by his Joker serum, I think they call it, which is why that Batman is Jokerized. So, Shazam gets infected. They have to fight him. That was cool. At one point, Superman willingly gets infected so that he can go into the Justice League Super Prison where they're keeping the Batman Who Laughs, and hoping that he will tell him his plan. Because, people are getting infected.
You told me about this, yeah.
People are getting infected out there, and he's in jail.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure out, how this is happening. But it's funny because the Batman Who Laughs is not fooled by this at all. Because Clark is such a bad actor. Which is, addressed in other comics, too.
Yeah.
When
Even though he can act like Clark.
Yeah.
Does the Joker like the Batman Who Laughs?
I don't think they've interacted at all.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
They're probably going to have some real romance.
It's the Joker. He's been doing it all along.
The biggest...
finally like me, Batsy.
Hello, Batsy!
If they have...
Your Joker was British.
If they have, I don't know, but,
I mean,
I haven't seen it.
he
I haven't
kind
seen
of
them
does it hello instead of hello.
But yeah,
Mark Hamill
they
does.
introduce... I mean, they address how bad of an actor he is in other comics. There's one where Lois and Clark are trying to, take down Inner Gang or, blend in, and he's, such a bad actor that she's worried about him, that he'll get caught. It's funny.
Is it like that scene in 22 Jump Street where he's like, my name's Jeff.
My name's Jeff. Yeah, it is. He's that bad.
My name's Clark.
I also read The Batman's Grave by Warren Ellis and Brian Hitch. This was really cool. Not a lot happened, but it's a 12-issue series, so I don't expect a lot to happen in each one. But, it reminded me a lot of the Arkham games because of, how you're going, detective mode and you're analyzing crime scenes
This actually
and stuff.
has Batman doing detective stuff.
Yeah, and he in the games he monologues about what's going on. He does this in the comic, so
That's cool.
that's why I enjoyed this so much.
Single issue ads.
Yes,
I remember.
I love how that freaked you out.
Yeah,
You're whoa.
Riley gave me some single issues to read, and I turned the page, and it turned into a Silver Age comic. And at the end, he's like, "Have a Snickers to Batman," and he's like, "Oh, I'm better now."
Yeah, he thought that was part of it.
Yeah, I was like, "What is this? Just is this a non sequitur? What is this?"
Riley, I really enjoyed the story, but
There was
that
this
Snickers part.
That Snickers part. I don't know what that was supposed to be.
What was that about? He was actually telling me about that Like, seriously. And I was
That's
like,
amazing.
are you talking about the Snickers ad?
Attaboy, Wyatt. Attaboy, Wyatt.
But, like, the mystery he's investigating is, like, this guy who I think had no enemies. He never went out. He just lived by himself. But he befriended this guy, and he's trying to figure out, like, how he killed him, who killed him. It's such a mystery. And the guy, this has been, like, probably several days, and the guy's still laying underneath the guy's bed. He said, I was lonely, so I killed this guy, this random guy. And Batman, like, didn't look there before, but he came back a couple days later.
And it stunk.
Might as well check under the bed.
And he's like, you couldn't take the bed you sat on. You couldn't take the feeling with you. Everything you wanted was still in the fabric of this room. Why would anyone look under the floorboards? So he's underneath the floorboards under the bed.
Nice.
He's still there. What?
People are weird, man.
He looks kind of like the Mad Hatter.
That's what I was thinking at first. Like, that man.
But yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. I think it's worth a read. I also read Tales from the Dark Multiverse issue, Batman Nightfall.
Was that good?
Yeah, pretty good. And it's not like groundbreaking, but it was fun.
I liked the Superman one of that.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You told me about that.
Yep, it was good.
I think that'll be coming in with my next shipment.
Yeah, it's really good. It's basically Death of Superman, and Lois Lane becomes Eradicator.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
That does sound cool.
It is cool.
But they're like prestige format. I'd say, 40 pages. This one is by Scott Snyder and Kyle Higgins, who is writing that Power Rangers series.
Nice.
We get a cool fight between Batman and Azrael, and what happens is Azrael wins. You know, like Batman had to fight him for the Batman role.
Mm-hmm.
To like take back Gotham, but in this he loses, and Azrael has him like it's like 20 or 30 years later. I don't remember. Gotham is in ruins. There's like, well, I wouldn't say ruins, but it's like
A lot of crime going on.
they've got one of those giant dishes with fire in them that just sit there. You know what I'm talking about?
Bonfires?
It is like a bonfire, but like throughout the city they have these giant dishes that are holding a flame.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like the Olympic torch?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
And it's like really Templar type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like you look in the penthouse and he goes and visits Bruce once a year because he's still alive. And it's just his head and spine connected to this machine that keeps him alive. He has no body parts left.
Damn.
It's so gross.
What does Bruce think
It's very Ex Machina.
What does Bruce think of New Gotham?
Well, he hates it.
Yeah.
But like he said,
But he's a head with a spine.
what do
You
you want him
should-
to do about it?
You should quit while you're ahead.
Jeez. Still got that spine, Bruce.
Let me get a picture
So,
of
Bruce, how's
Yeah,
your
that.
how's
See,
your spine?
and a torso. The
Nice.
torso's left. See all those hoses and stuff.
What is that suit that drains his life force that he's wearing?
This suit?
Yeah.
No.
No.
It's just a regular suit. But he's running on venom. That's what keeps him going because he's old now.
Yeah.
You know?
Can I see a little bit closer? Like here, let me.
I really like these what if stories.
They're fun.
I love stories like that.
Yeah. That reminded me a lot of Akira that I just read a few months ago. That scene, I was like, wow, this is like manga. This is weird. But toward the end of the story, these apparently Azrael had a child. And that child hates Azrael and wants to take back Gotham, just like Batman had it before, you know. So he teams up with Bruce. He rescues Bruce, and who's the woman that's with him? I don't remember who that was.
You can find her.
Yeah, they should cut him loose. It's it's Shiva. Okay.
Oh.
You know Lady Shiva, the assassin.
Yeah.
I think she's the boy's mother. But anyway, they have some kind of technology that's like a bunch of bats flying around. It's weird. And she's like, I can give you a new body. And he's like, we'll do it then. And she presses a button and those bats fly toward him and he has a body now.
Are they made of bats?
Yeah.
It's a bat body?
Yeah. But it doesn't look like bats when he's like actually formed.
Mm.
It's like nanotech or something.
Okay.
It's weird. But like now...
Yeah, that's real Ex Machina.
Yeah. Yeah. But now this Batman is like crazed. He's like, I'm gonna kill everyone. He goes and takes out
Azrael. Did Azrael
hesitation.
kill all of the Bat fam? Because I was in the part I was reading, Bruce says like the pain you caused Tim and
look at his
Dick and
face
Alfred.
right there.
Mm-hmm.
He's crazy.
He's smiling. Gotham is mine,
Yep.
and I am hers.
Mm-hmm. So
Nice way
hopefully
of
we'll
saying
see
Gotham
this
is my
Batman
bitch.
somewhere along. Hopefully we'll see him somewhere.
I would like to.
Yeah,
I like Crazy Batman.
that's cool.
Crazy Murderer Batman. I wonder if
I
he'll use
really
a
like
gun.
these stories.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your last little book here?
It's worth reading. I've also got Batman White Knight, Curse of the White Knight, book 4, and I mean, spoiler. Do you guys care?
No.
Or I can just glaze over it.
No, I care. I'm probably gonna read it.
All right. Basically,
Just give me the cliff notes.
someone close to all of them just died.
Okay.
Alfred.
No.
No.
And
Barbara
Alfred died in the first one.
Oh. Darn.
Um,
Now I care. No, I'm kidding.
and I care. And they're just like trying to get through that right now.
I really like the cover on this
Yeah.
book.
That's
Yeah.
Barbara, isn't it?
Yep. They're working. Her and Nightwing.
The
are working
hottest
for
girl in the
GTO
DC universe.
Still.
I agree, man. I agree.
We'll get over that in a minute.
And they have a fight with Azrael for the first time.
Honestly, yeah.
Now after the fact, you're like, yeah, why it was
I
actually
just
right.
asked you to specify. That's all I wanted to know.
What?
Nothing.
We'll get into it when we talk about favorite moments.
And we also get more
God.
flashbacks of like the
That
whole
was my favorite.
family conspiracy between the Waynes and whatever that guy's name is that Azrael's great ancestor was. And he's like reading a letter written to him from Alfred. And we get moments where he's like mourning the death of Alfred
Sure.
in this, which is also happening in another comic right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny how we get those parallels. These books are $4.99, but the covers on them are super high quality.
Yeah.
They're nice books.
Barbara's using a gun.
Yeah. She works for the police now.
Yeah.
Now, she don't care about guns. It's Batman who
Yeah.
cares.
I appreciate the Tumblr being in here.
Yeah. Sean Murphy, he loves to draw vehicles, so there's a lot of vehicles in these stories.
Oh yeah, I remember the first one. It had all the Batmobiles.
Yeah. That's what I read.
Awesome.
Yeah. Also, before we move on, there's some other comic news, Riley, that pertains to me and you in the
Hold that
series
thought.
we're doing. Oh.
It's okay.
So
it's
yeah,
a special.
we have some. We have some news pertaining to me and Riley in a series we've been doing. Grant Morrison Batman.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Volume 3 got solicited. It'll come out in August.
Yeah, it'll be a while, but we'll be there.
Batman by Grant Morrison.
So that's all the Batman Incorporated stuff. Where Batman kind of does the half Tony Stark thing where he's like, he doesn't say I'm Batman, he says, I've been funding Batman.
Fair enough.
He does.
So, time to get into the topic of the show, which is, as I said at the beginning of the podcast, we will be discussing kind of a review, kind of a thanks
Celebration.
a celebration of ChimiComics, and just kind of focusing on our favorite memories from the show, also kind of where we see us going in the future, basically what you can expect from us now that we have 100 subscribers, and we've basically been doing this channel for almost a year now. So, to start us off, let's talk about some fun memories we had at the show. What's some of y'all's favorite memories?
I have two that come to mind.
Okay.
First one being our top 10 sexiest women in comics
to say
video.
that.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
When-
I got the
And
good
whose
ideas.
idea do you think that was?
Yeah. This one. But I wholeheartedly agree.
Right, yeah.
I was all for it.
I thought
But
it
yeah,
would be fun.
It was
we
fun.
get to our list, and I say Barbara Gordon, and Tanner's like, but she's crippled.
She's in a wheelchair,
She's in a
though.
wheelchair though.
We're like,
No, I
so?
asked you to specify. I said wheelchair or not.
And we said, does it matter?
I said Oracle or Barbara.
That was a great
I
one.
said Barbara.
And I had to resign.
Yeah.
Go click on that video. There's
Yeah.
a nice disclaimer at the beginning.
Yep.
You're
A
welcome
PSA.
for me deleting all of y'all's stuff out of the
Yeah.
other videos. And yet I film a PSA for mine.
Another thing comes from the top 10 sexiest men in comics, and it's at the very beginning of that countdown. And Riley is just exasperated, saying, "Okay, let's get one thing clear. Now, when I say when I'm judging these, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a good-looking dude. Not, oh man, I wish he would really bone me."
That was
That time was
a good
I
memory.
laughed a good hard
A
bit
good
off
memory.
that one.
Oh.
my favorite memories was when y'all first started the channel. I used to have a stick. Shtick. Is that the word?
Shtick. Shtick.
Shtick.
Oh yeah.
Shtick of where I would be in costume every
Yeah.
single video we were in. And I really liked my entrances. I also liked the character trailer that I made of myself.
Yeah,
That was really
the
We're
good.
Second
still
to
waiting on
Madness.
the one for me and Riley.
The
Y'all gotta give me
thumbnail?
good. Y'all gotta give me more views.
the thumbnail for Spider-Man Blue was perfect.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
that's
don't
still my
remember
favorite
how
thumbnail.
You did that, but it was great.
That's still my favorite.
It looked like he
thumbnail.
was standing on the back of one of these chairs.
I know.
Somehow I just perfectly got set up.
It was great.
And
That
started
that
thumbnail.
video has like 200 views.
that
Yeah.
started the reoccurring joke of "That's right, Wyatt." 'Cause
That was
you came
actually
in
my
and
first
was
episode.
really, really loud.
That was my first episode.
like
that was
Riley's
my
like,
first episode.
Tanner, you're gonna have to tone it down entering because you kind of blew out our eardrums.
Hey man, I was trying to entertain,
I
and
remember at some points I would turn the volume down when editing.
from that point on,
Yelling.
y'all were like, I want this guy in every
Yeah.
video.
We added Tanner to the full
Right.
ChimiComic cast.
But you added a certain life to the video.
Because me and Riley, if it was just me and Riley, we'd play off of each other, but then we'd also only get in stupid arguments.
Y'all get into the weeds. Y'all get into the weeds
Yeah.
of things. I don't.
Yeah.
See that, and I feel like we get like too serious at points.
Yeah.
And Tanner's just like comedic relief when we need it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for, man. That's what I'm here for, man.
And then sometimes he's too comedic relief.
That's
Halo
true.
is actually the story of 1796.
That's another one of my favorite memories. God, I love that story.
I hated it so
in one
much.
comics cast, Wyatt brings these books that are Halo
books.
ships.
Halo art books.
I
Yeah.
know nothing about Halo.
And I'm
so
showing
in my
this awesome art.
in my attempts to figure out what Halo is, I make up a whole backstory for Halo. And
he
it's
brings-
amazing.
he
Go
brings
watch that episode.
angels and God. I was just so
That's what the
exasperated.
Halo is.
I was so exasperated. I was just
what
like,
the Halo
I'm
is,
really,
man.
I'm really regretting adding you now.
That's
but
what the
not
Halo
really.
is. That's what the Halo is. Riley,
Hmm?
Any favorite memories from
You
you?
stole like 3 of them.
Oh, I've got
Most of them
another
are
one.
me.
I've got another one.
True.
That first read and tell we did for Batman Hush, where we lost all the audio.
We lost it. Yeah, we lost the whole thing.
We had to redo it.
And we did.
We did.
It's on
That's
there.
like a 40-minute video too.
Oh, an hour 40 minutes.
Holy shit!
Yeah, we completely we gave it some time between
Mm-hmm.
videos. I didn't just go back and refilm
I
it
was.
instantly.
That was the
You
first
should have
time.
done a part 1 and a part 2.
That was the
Early
first.
days of Jimmy Comics.
That was the first time I've ever recorded a video. I was way too detail oriented.
Oh yeah,
I
was
was
going
just
like over every single
yeah,
panel, and
um,
at one
trust
point,
me,
this
boys.
is one of my
Yes,
favorites.
yes.
At one point, Wyatt's going. It was between the fifth and sixth
sixth
vertebrae.
At one point,
I'm like, I don't remember.
and I was like,
Oh,
"Oh, I gotta
vertebrae.
find it," and I'm
Oh
going
my
through.
God.
He did. He went back and tried to find it.
How the hell did we grow that this channel with that? Jesus. Help us.
Man, it was to the point where I'm like, hey man, I'm doing way too much editing. We've got to like slim it down some.
Tone it down.
And I
Tone it
did.
down.
I did.
At the beginning of the channel, I had to go through and watch every single video and edit parts out because there were parts that needed to be taken out.
Right.
Yeah, we would
Just
go
kind
on
of lulls in the
tangents,
conversation or
and
something.
then we would spend like a good
Now-
minute laughing.
Now we don't really do that. I
Yeah.
kind of just like cut off the ends, or you do
That's
now.
what I do.
we keep it
I
going.
edit
a lot
it if
better.
you tell me.
We've grown.
Yeah.
We've grown.
I think we're also like better at like stringing our conversations
Mhm.
together and going on to new topics and stuff. So
Yeah.
That too. Another favorite moment of mine is when we were doing, was it 52 where Starfire, Animal Man, or was that Heroes in, which Crisis was that? Where they were trapped in space.
that was a 52.
That was 52.
Yeah,
And
your favorite.
My favorite. And we get to the part where Starfire shows up at Animal Man's doorstep to tell them the Animal Man is dead. And I was like, no, because we passed it up. I was like, no, Riley, we missed the joke. We have to go back. Because Animal Man's son is like, well, she's like E.T. with double D's. And I thought we have to add that joke. Because I really liked it, but we really shouldn't have. It was stupid.
It was stupid.
Oh my God.
Freaking boob joke, right?
Oh,
Why it's
help
like,
y'all.
we gotta.
Help
One of my favorites was when we reviewed the first Crisis to start. And I was like, yeah, this is my favorite comic of all time. I love this comic.
And I look at Riley.
It's one of my favorite comics. And the wife's like, yeah, it's okay. I'm like, what do you mean? Like on camera, I was freaking out.
I was just like,
love this book.
I was like, oh man, I shouldn't have been the one Riley picked to do this.
So a lot of that video was me trying to convince him how good of a book it really was.
And I was just
Fair
like,
enough.
not
Fair
feeling
enough.
it.
So one of our most viewed videos got 2,000 views, was the comic book collection tour.
Right.
I think that deserves the view count it has, I guess.
Yeah, that attracts viewers a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of haul videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, people like those too.
Yeah. But yeah.
I really like doing that collection tour.
Yeah.
That was fun for me.
You need to
Yeah.
do your steelbook collection.
you can keep doing updated
Oh
ones.
yeah,
so.
I told that person
Yeah.
I was gonna do
I wonder if he's still
Blu-ray
watching.
collection video. And I
Are you
never did.
listening? If you're listening, comment below and
I'm
tell,
sorry.
tell
No
Riley
one
to
listens.
do it.
No one
Sorry.
listens. No one's got this far. We're about
Probably not.
The thing is,
We're about
That's
an
true.
hour in.
That's
Very true. No one will
The
hear
thing
this.
is,
This is
I-
all that's going to be left of human history.
Well,
in
that one
5,000
guy
years.
on Instagram was probably watching this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That likes our cast videos.
Yeah, I love him. He's awesome.
I don't want to do the Blu-ray video because it's such a mess. My Blu-ray shelf is a mess, and I have
Just
movies
do-
stacked up.
And
in
you
random
want to
places.
organize it,
Just
but then you're like,
just
"That's
do
too
the
much
steel
effort."
books.
I don't have anywhere to put it right now. I don't have a
Riley,
big enough shelf.
Just do your steelbook collection.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's very small.
Just don't worry about
Oh,
it. Just
I
don't
thought it
worry
was
about
better than
It's
that.
just Star Wars and Spider-Man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you had more than that. I'm disappointed.
I have a couple random ones, but not like a
Yeah, just some
collection.
you've seen in
I
Best
have Harry
Buy.
Potter too.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the origins of the channel, Riley, can you tell us a little more
Yeah,
about
this is a
that?
good story. Me and Riley.
Because I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't. I came in
Like the
What,
name
4
or
or
like
5?
the concept.
all of it.
Riley was the one who originally had the idea to do a YouTube channel.
Right.
He was wanting to do gaming videos.
I was wanting to do this and a gaming channel.
Yeah.
This was supposed to accompany the gaming channel,
all dropped
which
the
was
ball
going to
there.
be the main.
Yeah.
We all dropped the ball
But
there.
I bought a computer, I bought a mic, I bought a camera.
He
But it
bought an
turns out-
Elgato.
It turns out that an Elgato, that was the big one.
But I have a better computer. We still need to test
which
that.
cost more than this computer, and that's the problem. The computer was not powerful enough to handle the Elgato, so it never really took off.
Yeah, and
Because I remember trying many times to record gameplays,
You were gonna do a Let's Play series of Spider-Man on PlayStation,
Yes, I was. And
I was gonna
tested
do an
it-
Assassin's Creed Odyssey run.
I tested it with some games of Titanfall too. And sometimes I would get no audio. Sometimes the frame rate would.
And we really need to bring my new computer in and test some stuff.
Yeah,
We need to do
I'd
that
be
one
fine
day.
with that, yeah.
Because
That'd be fun.
I would love to do a full serious Let's Play of Metro Exodus.
But I am glad that you guys ran with this channel because I think this is a lot more fun.
So if I recall, I made all of the logos and everything like
Right.
that for the
You did.
channel.
Yeah, I tried to.
You made it look more professional.
Yeah, I tried to.
you
Mine looked ghetto
you
as
asked,
fuck.
you showed me your gaming logo, and I was like, okay, and you're like, yeah, I want to make a comics channel.
Yeah,
I want
you
it to
did
be
that, yeah.
a comic. I want it to be a chimichanga wrapped in.
Wrapped
comic
Yeah,
in
the
comics.
name of ChimiComics came from a conversation me and Riley were just kind of brainstorming, and I was like, well, Deadpool, I mean, in the comics, he loves chimichangas. Let's just take Chimmy and comics and do that. And at first, I thought it was stupid, but Riley was like,
I was like,
whoa,
whoa,
that's really
good.
cool. And I was like, really? Well, okay, there we go.
Yeah, but you wanted it wrapped in the comic print, so I made that logo.
It looks good.
It does look
I
good.
like it.
Thank you, Tanner.
You've also helped with the editing a lot.
Yeah, Tanner got us a green screen.
I am
Yeah,
the
he did.
I am the producer.
Yeah, Tanner's the
Slash
producer
seducer.
/ seducer.
Hey. Like Roy Williams when he's coming in the locker room.
That's what I do, brothers. That's what I do. Yeah, so I helped out a lot of that. I did that a lot in the background before I made my first appearance on the show. So,
And you guys have also come in with ideas for more segments that we do.
more segments, more shows. ChimiComicsCast was my idea. Riley was the guy for
ChimiCrisis.
ChimiCrisis and the Read and Tell series.
I came up with Novel
Hauls and
Nook.
unboxing riots with the novel Nook, and also contributing a lot to the different Read and Tells.
And
ideas and stuff.
Tanner, it was his idea to do the Superman in review.
Yeah, the movie
You know, I'm
reviews.
the movie guy, so
That's been fun.
yeah. We still got what? Returns and
Man
Man of Steel. So
Oh boy.
I've already watched Returns, so I need to
I
get on
still
that.
need to watch that.
Y'all need to get, it's a long.
Do you wanna
movie.
watch
It's
it
been
together?
a few years.
You wanna watch
That's
it
what I'm saying.
together,
It's a long
right?
movie.
Sure.
Okay.
Long movie. But I think we'll do this will still be a part of the cast, but I think I'll cut this out to be its own little video for announcements for the
Okay, that's
So-
good.
That's fine.
So we'll start that now. So we are ChimiComics, and we've had a hell of a year giving you and entertaining you, and we finally got 100 subscribers. So with that, I would like to give some announcements. Mr. ChimiComics himself will preside in that, of telling us some announcements of what new shows are coming, what's staying,
Coming to
and
you.
what's going, and what you can expect from us in the coming year. We want to say thank you all. Shout out to
Thank
everyone who have supported us. Please give this video
Thank
a
you.
like, and thank
This-
you so much for watching and enjoying our videos, and we can't wait to share with you what we have coming. So, starting out, Riley,
Okay.
Read and Tell.
Yeah, we've got to get that up. We've been slacking on that for a while now.
Yeah.
We put out 14 videos pretty consistently, and then it kind of dropped off. So
Right.
We
and-
did,
wanna
we, did
get
have, we
back-
did have a couple months break. It was when graduation was coming around, and you were working really hard on that, so
Yeah.
that was kind of understandable.
I want to get back to the bread and butter of this channel.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was our main concept.
Right,
of the
and
channel.
Read and Tell is the show where we take a individual novel, individual graphic novel, or a series, and break it down and review it, and also give our thoughts on it.
And we mainly do DC stuff, but we've done independent stuff. Like Tanner had us do Green Valley, which was really good.
Oh, Max Landis.
Yep.
That did
That
not
Fall
get,
from Grace.
Did not get
not
many,
get views.
many
It did
views,
not get-
but
I
it
mean,
was
it's-
I
good.
hated that.
It's Max Landis though. no?
That's one of our better episodes.
Yeah.
I feel like.
It is.
Yeah, our thumbnail was perfect because
It
we
was
had
great.
the dude,
I like that
we had the
thumbnail.
T-Rex and me with a gun.
Yeah.
God. You have to read the book to know
Yeah,
that.
to get that.
Maybe that was the problem.
Those 14 views were like, I've read that. I get what they're
thought people
doing.
would be like, what is going on? I should watch this.
Right?
But,
No.
Oh well.
Oh well, it's how it happens sometimes. I mean, sometimes it's the day you
fine.
post, it's anything.
Just gotta keep trying.
Keep going on.
Previews will continue monthly as it comes out.
Previews is our solicitations episode. We go through the solicitations of Marvel and DC. We take you
Mostly
through
DC.
the upcoming comics, stuff we're excited for, stuff we're not excited for. We turn a lot of the Marvel pages.
Yeah, we mainly just do DC.
Wyatt.
In the collected editions, though, there are some really good Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right, so Novel Nook will continue. Me and Riley are continuing on with the Halo book series. We'll be reading Halo the Flood next. And I think we're going to go through the entire Eric Nylund trilogy before
Yes.
we start doing some of the prequel books like Cold Protocol.
I think so,
And then... And we
Sounds like
tested
a
that
plan.
out with just a short story. It was a long short story from a collection of Halo short stories. And I was very surprised to how much Riley enjoyed such a nerdy book.
I'm nerdy.
Yeah, you are, but I mean, this is a different type of nerd. You're not mostly a sci-fi nerd, and this is
Right.
military science fiction stuff
It
that
was
I mean,
fun.
I love.
I love Halo.
You do.
So
You do love Halo, so it was easy
I
for
liked
you to
it a
get
lot.
into. And Follow Reach was great. That's probably my favorite thing we do on the channel. I
know.
I love because you text me, you're
He's
like,
read
"Holy
these
crap,
books
this is
so many times."
this is really cool," and I'm like, "I know, this is why it's cool." And texts me.
He does, yeah.
This is why it's cool.
Yeah.
Lord help him. X-Men, Riley.
It is my goal to go through my X-Men oversized
So many.
hardcover shelf and get through them. I want to put up some reviews. It would I don't know if it'd be weird, but I think it would make it easier for me if one or both of you were here to have me tell you about it.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like the conversation would be a lot smoother.
Right. I might help out with that. I'm good with X-Men. I like
And
X-Men.
if you want to jump in and read it with me,
Yeah.
at
I would.
points,
I'm
feel free.
interested in the House of M stuff, that kind of stuff.
See-
I don't know much about X-Men.
I would
comics
go.
I don't
so-
either.
I want to help you, but I
That's
mean,
why
I'm
I
just
wanna
not
do it.
big into X-Men at
Yeah.
all, so I would just
And that's-
not be good
Yeah, that's
to
fine.
do that with you. I think Tanner would. Tanner likes X-Men,
I love X-Men.
so
As far as movie reviews go, right now we are doing Superman in review, as you know, on the channel, reviewing every Superman movie in the franchise. Right now we're trying to decide on what franchise we want to do next. I don't know if we've got that yet, but we assure you it'll be awesome. And we'll let you know the final episode of the Superman in review, what movie we're going to next. What franchise.
we also have a show that is in concept form right now. It's a Tanner and Wyatt show, and we don't really know what we're going to be doing, but.
We have no idea what this show is going to be about.
I want to do just
But it
random.
will exist.
I just want to
It
do
will
random
exist.
there's some movies that aren't really comic book that I don't think we'd all three do together. Like Starship Troopers is one of my favorite movies, and I want to watch that with Tanner and then
Now,
do a little review thing.
Right. Okay. Still in the conceptual phase. In my
Yeah.
head, I was thinking, do I want movie reviews? Do I want to do a weekly comic book movie news thing? I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. We'll let you know. We'll announce it on the channel. You'll see it up. But that is coming. As far as the ChimiComicsCast, that'll still be here each and every month. And it'll still go up, and you'll still get it. It's still going to be us three. I know we've jumped around a lot about it being comic book and more about us. So just know that the show is mainly about us, our lives,
Yeah.
also what we've been reading, what we've been doing for the past month. So I hope you are aware of that. As well, if there are any other announcements for the channel, we will let you know as we keep going. Is there anything else you guys want to add?
No, do we need to film after we film the exit of this? Do we need to film the exit for the cast? Because we kind of jumped straight from the cast into this, and you wanted to separate them.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Tanner's in charge
Anything?
of that.
I can't think of anything at the moment.
Okay.
I just want to say one thing. I have had so much fun with you guys hanging out over the course of a year
me too.
and getting closer. Like Tanner, didn't know Tanner when we started this. He was just a crazy guy wearing a Spider-Man costume.
Yeah, you didn't know him at all.
And now we're hanging out without Riley, and Riley feels betrayed. But
And we're making our own show.
Yeah, we're making our own show.
Riley's
Getting our own
offended.
show.
Wyatt's
They're
right.
frolicking through tulips.
Wyatt's writing sketch comedy for
Yeah.
us. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, you know what, Riley, we don't need you. We don't need this channel. The producer has found another.
They've moved on to the other channel.
Producer has found
More
another.
talent.
We are great.
No, we're three musketeers till the day we die.
Yes.
Unless we add more people.
This coming year, I do want more guests.
Yeah.
I don't care who they are.
Can I find
I
a
liked-
homeless person?
No. I liked having Robert on the show.
Yeah, Robert was fine.
I think it's good to just have people who are different.
Yeah.
What happened to
Different
that,
personalities.
What happened to that guy you were gonna get on here?
I
The
haven't heard
interview.
anything back from. Never heard anything back. I
probably-
messaged him.
He probably watched
we,
our videos.
We exchanged Skypes. We exchanged Skypes and everything. He was in the process of moving. It was a comic book background artist. I was going to do an interview with him. Things kind of fell through there. Maybe I'll try to pick it back up sometime. You know, I have no shame. So,
We
but
kind of like not officially, but we like responded to that Greek Geek Reviews guy.
yeah,
And he like didn't respond.
yeah,
So, oh well.
Oh, well.
it's okay.
We have been trying.
Yeah.
We've been trying. Get our names out there.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Like and share
Sure.
and comment this on your
Sure.
friends.
Any collaboration
Comment on your
opportunities,
friends.
obviously, we welcome them.
Please, if you've made it this far, comment.
Yeah.
Comment. No matter what it is.
We
I
love
just
to hear it.
respond
Even
to
if you want to
comments.
call Riley an asshole, we want to see
Yeah,
it.
if
I'm
you've
ready
noticed-
for it.
If you've noticed anything, we reply.
Yeah.
we reply, even if it's me.
I always comment on our videos.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
Wyatt. ChimiComics is my YouTube handle.
Yeah. So, it's whatever. I think that's all we've got for the upcoming year. So, thank you all for watching this YouTube video. Thank you all for listening to the cast today. I hope you will comment below. Let us know what you want from us. And let us know what you expect from our future.
Please do.
And I hope you enjoyed watching us today. Have a great one, guys.
Goodbye.